We need to talk. I had an idea, and usually when I have an idea, I take off and run with it. The idea needs some thought, though. I want to tell a story, so let's go back to 19-year-old Kyle. That's me. I was a not so confident kid that decided to take a gap year after 1 year of college, which means I had to get a job. My job was working at Target as a cashier at first, and then I transitioned into electronics about 5 months later. And I was there, doing the work, putting the time, doing the work. But during the work, I was always thinking about what I could do outside to better myself and improve what I really wanted to do in my life. This is when I actually started first making YouTube videos. They're all in private now because they're extremely embarrassing, so don't even ask to see any of them. But the main point was I discovered I loved creating. And I was thinking what I really wanted to do in life, and what I really wanted to do at that time was move down to Florida and work for Disney. Spoiler, if you didn't know, I currently live in Florida and do work for Disney at the moment. Practically working that same job I did as a 19-year-old, but the only difference is that I'm doing at Disney and I have a college degree. And currently it's got me thinking like I was as a 19-year-old. What do I want? I accomplished moving to Florida and working for Disney, which ironically I know a lot of you guys probably strive to do as well. But what now? What now? We now have a bigger issue. Currently, if you guys haven't been paying any attention to the news, there's been tons and tons of layoffs with tons of companies, especially with Disney as well.
Disney announcing 28,000 layoffs at Disney theme parks.
So it gets me to think that there's gonna be like no opportunities for me to grow as a professional within Disney for quite some time, and maybe even thinking about other outside companies as well. Opportunities seem to not exist anymore, and who knows how long that's gonna be the case. By the way, I'm really grateful to have a job at the moment, so just telling you that. So like the question is, what do I do? Risk, reward. This whole situation has me thinking, do I take a risk? Throwing away a stable income, insurance, not knowing what this whole opportunity of being a full-time YouTuber would bring. That's the risk. That same risk that I decided to take 5 years after me being a 19-year-old, originally thinking about that risk and moving down to Florida and chasing my dreams. The reward, there's a lot of rewards. Working for yourself, being happier, potentially successfully growing my channel, creating, working hard, and mainly just doing really what I ultimately want to do. We all know every YouTuber really wants to grow a channel. Like, who doesn't? It's just like a business, but you're at least having a following to be financially stable. I mean, I want that too, but ultimately I really just want to be happy now. And I feel like this is just gonna bring me so much joy. That's the reward. I have money saved up for quite some time to survive, but I will make some money on YouTube, but I don't even want to talk about that. But then there's that risk of, will it work out? But how long do I wait to make the decision? Will the views be there? Will the support be there? Will finances be there? Most importantly, will I grow? Honestly, as long as I'm happy and I'm doing what I love, I feel like those will actually follow. Because I kind of have an outlook on life right now as if I'm doing what I really want to do, especially during these times, I think everything's gonna work out in the end as long as you put in the work. It's all unknown, and I'm okay with that. 2020 has been such an eye-opening year for me. A year that made me realize that risk is always here, it's always around us. COVID completely destroyed a lot of our lives, and we didn't even see it coming. And when it comes down to it, I'd rather be the one in charge of making those tough decisions and being in control of my own destiny. And that's what YouTube is for me. It's being in charge of my schedule. It's being in charge of what I do. It's being in charge of being creative. It's being me and being happy. And that's what this is. What's going on in my head? You're like my family. And if I decide to do this full time, I can't do this without your guys' support. I can't grow my family without you. So yes, the daily vlogs may be returning. Maybe I do 5 a week. I don't know yet. All I really know is that this is something that I really want to do, and I think it's a risk I'm willing to take. Heck, I've been waiting to do this since I was that 19-year-old kid working at Target. And ironically, I didn't even mean to wear red because that's what I used to wear at Target, obviously. So stay tuned, get ready, because content is gonna be back better than ever. Thank you all for listening, and like always, bang, bang. See y'all real soon.